One thing I wanted to highlight before we even get into a lot of these questions today is the idea that maybe a little over 24 hours ago, I was messaging Cris, and I just had the idea in my head. I'm like, oh man, this guy's got some cool stuff going on. His Instagram's looking intriguing. I want to know more about this guy. So, I took action. One of the things I like to talk about a lot is just overwhelming action. Really, really take stuff. And I noticed that on your reels today, you were talking about preparation and, seizing opportunity, these things. And I think something that's a huge marker of success and something that, I've already respected you before this, but it makes me respect you even more and other people like this, is somebody who's willing to get a message from me and within 24 hours figure out a way to meet up, get on a podcast, and actually do something, make content. I think a lot of people are, ideas, analyzing, making preparation forever and ever, but they never actually, if the opportunity comes,
materialize it.
Yeah. And I just was wondering if you want to maybe elaborate on that before we.
Dude, yeah, I feel like one, it's good to see you, bro.
Yeah, good to see you too,
good
brother.
To see you doing a podcast. Good to see you. It's like every time I see you, you're onto something new. You had the band was kicking ass. You're doing jujitsu. Like you're running like a construction biz with the family. Like,
dude.
Like nonstop music. Like, bro, it was cool to see you doing this. And when you hit me up, I was like, man, like I leave Monday, go back to Chicago on Monday. I was like, all right, if it's gonna happen, it's camp Saturday and booked, Sunday's family time, and then so it's like it's gotta be Friday. So just making things shake and bake and executing is really honestly kind of like the definition of what you want to do in your life just in general. You don't just get put on this planet to just sit around and not do anything, right? Like everybody like kind of comes into consciousness and the first question is like, what do you want to do with your life? Execution. So just kind of executing in that fashion leads to things like this, right?
Yeah, and I see you. I mean, what don't I see you doing? I mean, I've been creeping, stalking, obviously, just doing my homework as any good, interviewer should. And like, I'll see you in front of 500 people, giving a speech out in Tulum, Mexico. Oh, this guy's making 20 grand. This guy, I'm just like, what is this guy got going on? So I have to know, like, how did you get into this world? What is this world? What's the Zillions Club? What are you selling virtually? Give me the breakdown.
You want the quick version, or?
Well, I mean, it's a podcast. Let's talk about it. I mean, start maybe. How'd you get into it? Let's start there.
So Zillions Club is an agency where we teach people. It's like a virtual sales academy where we teach people how to sell life insurance virtually over the phone, over their computer. We provide pretty much everything. All people have to do is study a script and talk to the clients and then get licensed, of course. And when they do that, they can make as much money as they want. And it's actually very fruitful because after the pandemic in 2020, it's all virtual now where you can get people on your Zoom, Google Meet, FaceTime them even. Back in the day, insurance, you could make a lot of money in insurance, but you had to drive to the person's house, their factory, the place of work, wherever it was. And the reason they paid insurance agents so much money was because you had to drive 4 hours away to go meet that client. When it went virtual, they never changed the commission schedule for it. And now it's so efficient because you can sit with 10 people a day. You have AI booking appointments. Cold calling is a thing of the past. So if you can just learn that skill and then develop that skill, you can use that skill to create a high income, which is where we have like 18-year-old kids that make like $200,000 a year their first year.
Yeah, what the hell?
And I'm one of the founding fathers of like the new virtual wave. So, I mean, this whole story of me getting into it is a long story, man. We're going to need like 2 podcasts. But that's what Zillions Club is and what we do. And we're very proud of what we do. We're, I'd say, mainly a Christian company. Pretty much everybody in the company is very Christian, very spiritual.
That's cool.
Focused on mentality, physicality, spirituality, and making a lot of money. That's pretty much it.
Wow. And so you're teaching people how to sell not only insurance, but it could be really just anything. You're mainly just teaching sales skills.
Yeah, it's really sales skills in that endeavor. And what we sell is like very standard investment, whole life insurance, which kind of everybody needs. And we have such a system set up where like we get probably like 60,000 clients a day. So we can't keep up with that. So if we don't hire and train new people, our competitors will sell those 60,000 new clients that we get every day.
What does a client look like? Like, what is your average client looking to buy?
So our average client comes from the unions. We're in tight with the unions. It's a really old story, but our company's been around for 70 years.
Zillions.
So not Zillions, that's my agency.
That's your agency.
Yeah,
you started Zillions.
That's my agency. Our carrier, our insurance company that we're like tight with, that we're essentially contracted to sell the product, we could go choose any insurance company to sell whatever insurance to whoever, but the one that has the connections with the union is Globe Life. Globe Life Stadium, Los Angeles Lakers, we have their naming rights to them, huge like Texas Rangers were like the baseball, like we have.
So like
the
I'm in
Braves.
local 18 operators union.
Yeah.
So like they would buy like
Literally.
their insurance policy.
Like your union president probably has signed off a waiver that says, hey, if you're going to buy any type of insurance, we've been working with this company for 70 years. Only trust this company. Talk to this company. They're going to call you. And so we get that as a lead, and then we teach you how to do it. And for somebody like me who grew up as an Italian American, my grandfather's with the laborers, my uncle's with the laborers, my cousins, my brother, like everybody is with the laborers union. And I grew up around union people doing concrete. It's easy to connect with those clients and then just be like, hey, listen, you need this product. It needs to get done as early as possible. Here's your options. Let's probably just do the cheapest one, bro. You know what I mean? And
how did you get it? So what were you selling at first? Like to get into that.
I'll give you the whole story, bro.
All right.
So you knew me because I was doing music, and we were like, seeing each other in the music grind. Born and raised in the east side of Cleveland. My parents got divorced when I was very young. From a young age, it was like money was an issue. Like my parents would be screaming at each other till 3 a.m., throwing stuff at each other, fighting about money. And I was like 7 years old, and I would come downstairs like crying, like, can I start working? Like, why are we worried about money right now?
Yeah.
So I just grew up like always like, man, money is like, I got to figure this out. And then I started to go to school, graduated from Mayfield High School, went to college. I was putting myself through Cleveland State. I was working at Mama Santa's Pizzeria as a pizza boy, and I would lock in for a semester at school and I'd pay my own tuition. I got student loans and I was paying, man, like $3,000 a month just in tuition and stuff. And then I'd get home from school at 3 p.m. and I'd book it to Mama Santa's, and I'd be at Mama Santa's till 1 a.m. just like doing pizzas, being a waiter, anything they needed, right? And I did that for like 2.5 years. So I'm 22 at the time. And I have gone pretty much since I was like 18 to 22, 4 years of on and off with school and paying my way through school to be in occupational therapy. And I was studying my butt off. Things weren't going too well for me because I wasn't good at school. And I was failing out of college, to be honest. I was getting like D's and C's, not enough to get into the OT program at Cleveland State. It's very competitive. It's like physical therapy, right?
Yeah.
Occupational therapy is pretty much the same thing as physical therapy. So I'm 22. The pandemic happens. Turn 23 maybe. Oof. It's March of 2020. I can't work at the restaurants anymore because they're all closed. I'm waiting on a stimulus check. My funds are just draining as I'm paying rent as I'm living in Little Italy. And I've been out on my own since I was like 17, 18. And as far as it goes I just spent the last 2.5 years of all my money going into Cleveland State into college for occupational physical therapy. And you got to stay 6 feet away from people. And it's like the COVID pandemic. Like it was like at that point in time, it was like the world was shutting down. Like it was a zombie apocalypse.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, dude, I just wasted my money, my time, my energy,
and that
my
means
youth.
so much to you too, because I mean you're growing up in that environment where it's like I need money. Man, that had to be like,
bro. So it was a huge blow to the stomach, and I kind of gave up on life. And the pandemic was like, I literally was like, okay, I'm gonna just drink and wait for the pandemic to be over and I'll figure something out. I'm not sure. I started to lose all the money. I had probably only like $3,000 in my savings at the time. I'm like 23 years old, right? I'm late on rent. I'm getting eviction notices. This is like, I'm big Italian family. Like my brother's godfather's family gave me this apartment for very low in Little Italy. They're talking like Chris is a bum. Like all he does is party and drink with his friends. Like he's not working. He's not going to school anymore. He dropped out. He's a failure. Howbeit, I get hit up by a friend who goes, yo, I think you'd be really good at selling insurance. This shit just went virtual. We are going to blow up one day. You should get licensed and you should come sell with me.
what do you got to lose?
I was like, fuck that. That's a pyramid scheme.
Oh, so you were on the other side.
I was one of those guys.
Yeah.
I was one of those guys.
Yeah, a lot of the people in your comments.
Bingo, right? I was the same way. Everybody always is until you actually look into it. And then so he explained to me like how it works. And he's like, think about it. It's about to get more efficient. We're doing everything virtually. Like the future of this is going to be like the people that start right now are going to be very wealthy.
The gold rush.
It's the virtual gold rush. So he kind of got me in on it. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, let me think about it because Dom Miola, our good friend Dom Miola, got me a job scrubbing toilets at the Cleveland Clinic because, his dad was head of security at the Cleveland Clinic and he was working there too.
Tough choices.
Right? So I'm like, okay, well, I was like, my boy Ian Zolis, and God bless that kid. This is my best friend, but he's like, dude, think about it. He's like, but bro, do you really want to be scrubbing toilets the rest of your life? And I'm like, I got to do it right now. I've been so broke for so long. I have to make some money or else I'm going to get evicted.
Yeah.
So I go to the Cleveland Clinic and it is one of the craziest experiences of my life. I walk in there, like, I'll put it this way. I'm the only Italian guy, if you pick it up what I'm putting down.
Why?
That's working as a janitor at the Cleveland Clinic.
Okay.
The average worker there is like a 45-year-old black woman.
Okay.
So like I'm at lunch with 45-year-old black women and it's just me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't feel like I'm fitting in there. It's like my first day. I probably made like 2 toilets in. And I was sitting there and it was just like the most depressing Cleveland gray rainy day. And I'm scrubbing this toilet, bro. And it just so happens on that floor that I was working on, all the hottest nurses were on that fucking floor, bro. And like some of them I went to like high school with. So it was just so embarrassing. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm sitting there and I'm like scrubbing this toilet. And as I'm scrubbing this toilet, Vince, there's a lady and they have the curtain so you can't like see the patient in the room. And the doctors are telling her that she has terminal cancer. They're going to start chemo tomorrow. And her family, due to the pandemic and the staying 6 feet away, is not allowed to come visit her before she goes into chemo. And she found out she got cancer. And she's crying. And I'm hearing this. And I look at my reflection in this toilet bowl. And I see myself. And I just had this conversation. And it was the realest conversation. I can almost just view it now. I have this ability to like go back in time in my mind. And I'm like talking to myself like in the toilet reflection bowl. And I'm like, dude, how did you end up like this? You're talented. You've always been good at talking to people. This is like, it makes sense. A bunch of young people, a bunch of young guys just like you that you would fit in. You don't fit in over here. This is not you. And maybe you have to take the risk because if you drop this toilet brush in this toilet and you don't make $300 this week, you are getting evicted. You're losing everything. Your parents aren't letting you move back in. Like mom's having issues with alcoholism. Your dad's fighting with you, calling you a bum because he's getting calls from everybody in the family. You'll lose everything if you drop this toilet, but you might lose everything for like the potential that you could have been if you don't. And so I dropped that thing in the toilet bowl. And I didn't even tell the Cleveland Clinic I was leaving. I left halfway through. I called Dom. I'm like, bro, I'm sorry. Like, I feel bad because like you got me the gig, but like, fuck that. I'm gonna go sell life insurance with these young cats.
Hell yeah.
I called Ian Zolis up and I said, bro, where are you at? He's like, we're at the crib, we're working. I'm like, send me the scripts. I'm driving there. On the way to his apartment on the west side of Cleveland, I get a flat tire. Perfect, right? And I spent 2 months training, not making any money. In that 2 months, I got evicted. I had to move everything out. The family that gave me that apartment completely like disowned me. They were like, you're not like one of us. Like they're really family friends. They love me now. We've patched everything up because they're such great people. The Starvadis, they own Mama Sana's. And it was like the lowest point of my life where every day I was simply asking on some like very depressed suicidal conversations in my head because I'm broke. I have negative money in my bank account. And if it weren't for Ian Zoles, like putting food on my table, literally was like, bro, he's like, we're locked in. Like all I can afford right now is just like broccoli, rice, and chicken. He's like, you cook it and I'll pay for it. And then just pay me back when you start making money. I trained for 2.5 months. I passed my insurance license. He was in Virginia Beach. I come back home. I drove back home and I go, hey dad, I passed my insurance license. Dad, I passed my insurance license. I'm about to start making money. Dad, I'm super excited. My dad's smoking a cig. He's like, you were seeing The Sopranos, I'm sure.
Yeah, I've seen, yeah.
My dad is like Tony Soprano. Like just the same, they're the same fucking person.
Okay.
They breathe the same way, they talk the same way. He's like smoking a cig and he's like looking at me and he's like, you're not doing this insurance shit. I got you a job with the plumbers union. You start on Monday. And I'm like, Dad, I'm not going back to toilets, dude. I'm not going back to that. I'm like, Dad, I've been studying for 2 months. You made any money? No, well, not yet. It's like, you're not going to make any money. It's commission sales. Like, just.
How'd that make you feel?
I mean, my dad have always butted heads, and I realize this at that young age. This is what I tell a lot of my young cats, too. Sometimes your parents, they love you so much, they don't want what's best for you. They want what's safest for you. My dad's looking at me and he's seen me mess up a million times, albeit he loves me so much. He's like, you're done. You're listening to me from now on. Yeah. And I'm like, Dad, I want to jump over this ledge and I want to jump over onto that side. And my dad's like, dude, please stop jumping over ledges. You're going to fall down again. And he's just loved me so much. It was a conversation I had to have where I'm like, you don't know what's best for me. You just want what's safest for me. And I respect that, but I can't do that. He's like, well, you can't live here. So I get kicked out. I pack everything I can into my car, which is my Nona's car. She like let me borrow her Toyota Highlander. And I have, dude, I sold my guitar for like $50. It was a $2,000 guitar. I probably got like $100 for it. I used $50. It sucks as me as a musician. Like my mom got me that guitar for my 18th birthday, and music is my life, bro. You know what I mean? You know that, and you're the same way. Like imagine that. It's super down. I'm just down bad, bro.
Oh shit! One thing after another.
It's just nonstop. I pull up to Edgewater Beach, and I have my husky in the back. I have literally $50 in my bank account.
Your dog?
Yeah, my dog Maja. Remember that big white dog I had?
Okay.
Yeah, she's passed away last year, but she was with me, and I have no dog food. She hasn't eaten in like a day. And I'm sitting at Edgewater Beach, and I just literally am watching the sunset, and I'm just talking to myself. But now I realize I was talking to God. Like I'm having conversations with myself trying to figure this out, but in reality, I'm talking to God. I remember just thinking like, I was like, God, if I just lock in and work as hard as I've ever worked before, show me a sign that this is the way for me, and I will give you every bit of me for the rest of my life. And I'll never complain, and I'll trust you in every motion, and I'll do my best always. So I said, okay, cool. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. I'm gonna drive my car with a flat tire to the McDonald's in East Cleveland over on Carnegie, and I'm gonna use their Wi-Fi. I'm gonna park as close as I can to their building. I'm gonna use their Wi-Fi to run appointments, and I'm gonna dial on the phones from 8:01 is when we're allowed to start till 9 p.m. And I'm gonna dial every second of every day. I'm going to delete Instagram. I'm going to delete all the distractions. I broke up with my girl. I'm literally homeless, living in my car. I slept in my car that night. I said, I'm going to bust tail for a full 7 days. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's over for me. I wake up next morning. I dial every, dude, I probably put in 2,000 dials, dude. Every hour of every second, 0 sales that day. Drive to the beach. I slept at Edgewater Beach in the parking lot, laying back in my car like, okay, that didn't work. You know, like, but I can't just give 1 day effort. That's not what God's going to clearly do that to me. He's going to go, you really want to see what's up with sacrifice and difficulty? You don't just hit a home run on the first day, bro. You got to go. So I'm like, okay, cool. I call Ian. He's talking to me. He's such a rock, that kid. He's such a great leader. He's like, go do this, go do that, go do this. I fix a couple things. Second day, drive to McDonald's, sit there. I'm literally, bro, I'm on the phone about to close somebody, and a crackhead is knocking on my window. My dog is going nuts because she hasn't eaten in 2 days, and there's a crackhead trying to get money from me, knocking on the window. And I'm literally like, I'm mute. I'm like, bro, I don't have money. And he starts punching. Yeah, as I punch my Rolex off my wrist, punching my window. And I'm literally like, and I'm about to close. They get off because they're like, what's going on in there? You got a dog in there? What's going on? They hang up on me, bro. And I'm in a parking lot in the middle of East Cleveland on a hot August day. And I was about to make $1,000 and I lost it because this fucking crackhead. Drive back to the beach, second day. I'm like, okay, wow, God, you're really putting it on me this time.
Damn. You're gonna make $1,000 in that one sale?
I was in one call. Yeah, that's insurance sales, bro. You can make $2,000, $3,000, $4,000.
But you just gotta call all these people.
You gotta call these people. You gotta run the scripts. You gotta run the play. And if you connect with the client, you make them laugh a little bit. You kind of explain the importance of this product, which everybody needs. Then they buy, and it's kind of easy. But you got to learn the scripts. That takes 2 months, bro. It takes like time to learn the product. You know your shit. And so the third day, same thing. I'm locked in, bro. I run on the beach with my dog. I spend my last like $25 on some McDonald's. Me and my dog split a couple cheeseburgers.
Wow.
I remember I love that dog, bro, so much. I remember feeding her a cheeseburger. I'm like, that's just good, huh? And her eyes were like lit up. We hadn't eaten in like 3 days, bro.
Yeah.
And that day I wrote $3,000. That's 2 bands in my bank account.
You wrote?
$3,000.
What do you mean you wrote it?
Is what I sold.
Oh, that's what you...
Yeah, so wrote means like I sold.
Okay.
Like I put on the books $3,000.
Sick.
So I sold $3,000 of premium. My commission on that's about like $1,800.
Okay.
So I'm like, word.
So when does that clear?
Like Friday. I'm getting paid Friday.
Okay.
And then I'm like, okay, cool, bet. I'm like, let's go.
Wow.
That was probably like, maybe that was like Tuesday at that time.
Yeah.
Tuesday, 3K. Wednesday, 5K. Thursday, 2K. Another 1K. I wrote 10K in like 5 days. Bro.
Oh. And 10K and then you get like 5 of that? Or
bro, I got paid $6,380. I remember to the T. And I'm sitting there Friday night, because we get paid every Friday. I'm swiping my bank account, and I'm literally laying in my car like this, bro. I can see like the fuzziness of my car. My car was messed up to the point where like the carpet on the ceiling was like drooping because it got rained on so many times. And I remember like swiping it, talking to my dog, like, it's coming, Maj, it's coming. And negative $15.23. I had negative $15.23 in my bank account at this point, Vince. I'm in the red. Fucking Planet Fitness, those bastards. Planet Fitness is best for. They charged me, and it overdrafted my account, and I was negative. It's perfect timing, right? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So I was negative, and I swiped down, and boom, just 6 bands hit my bank account, bro.
What a feeling, dude. Man, to go over the contrast had to be insane.
I tell this story a lot, man, because it's obviously like, you know, like when you get to this level, people start asking, like, how did you get here?
Yeah.
And every time I think about it, bro, I just think about like, man, like the tears that came out of my eyes when I never had $6,000 in my bank account ever. I'm 23. I'm in a parking lot in the middle of Cleveland. My dog has no idea what the fuck's going on. And I'm sitting there, I'm just crying, bro. And I'm like, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Like, and I called Ian. I'm like, thank you, Ian. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, bro. And I shot him like $500 for all the food that he paid for me.
Dude.
And then I paid my rent back to my landlord, who was friends and family. I patched that up. I paid them like the $1,500 that I owed them, and I paid my dues there because I was.
Did you move back in?
No.
Oh,
No.
Okay.
I got a new tire, and then I went and I bought a T-bone steak for my dog, and I drove to my dad's house, and he hadn't seen me in a week, and he kicked me out of the house. Like I have like a video of him like yelling at me when he kicked me out of the house, and I throw the T-bone steak on my dad's driveway, and I let my dog just fucking eat that shit up. And I got this big husky wolf just attacking this bloody steak on the driveway. And my dad's like, it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. My dad's having coffee. He's just looking at me, shaking his head. He's like, what are you doing? Like, what? And I'm like, don't worry about it. I just wanted to, this is for me. Like, no words. I was like, he just looked at me. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, don't worry about it. And I let my dog just eat that steak and I left. But before I left, my grandfather, he's like 96 years old. He was probably like 94 at the time, 92 at the time. Driving up the street to go to Costco, sees this happening in the driveway, stops, rolls down the window, looks at me, the dog's eating a T-bone steak off the driveway, looks at my dad and goes, and this boy, I think he's a bigger shot than now, huh? And I'll never forget, I looked at my grandfather, and this was one of the best moments of my life, because my grandfather came from Italy with like one shirt and $15 in his pocket and worked every day with a shovel for the laborers union.
Yeah.
And he's just like my idol. And I looked at him and I'm like, yeah, non Umberto, I am a bigger shot than now. And I just never forgot. That was like the day it was all born for me, because I knew that I could do it. I proved myself that I could work hard. The work ethic was all there. The money came in. It all worked out, bro.
Wow, yeah.
And that was 2020. That was 6 years ago. Fast forward now, I've taken everything that we've built, me and Ian, we've organized it and strategized it so efficiently with all the technology, the AI, the leads, the systems, the trainings, and we've built the #1 agency when it comes to insurance spaces of virtual insurance sales. And we have probably over 300 agents, and we just did $1 million this month.
Dude, that is nuts.
1.2 mil.
And so is that across all your agents?
Yeah.
That's how that works? And
Yeah.
you and Ian are like the...
Partners.
Partners in the, would you call it CEOs or what do you call...
It's managerial partners. They call us RGAs.
Okay.
RGAs and SGAs, so state general agents.
And so when you're like talking with your agents and stuff like that, are you just kind of like going over like what they made and just checking in, and are you giving them advice, or what's your role?
Dude, so it's actually really great. So I get to pinpoint and mentor. We have like a training system, and like I have like trainers and supervisors and general agents that their job is to go find people, train them, whatever. And when they train them to a certain level, maybe these people are making $5,000 a month, $8,000 a month. I'm like, my position now is I get to mentor and take people in, and I can go like, hey, Vince, you're making $8,000 a month. You're working your butt off. I know how to help you get to $20,000 a month, and you're going to work with me for a week, and I'm going to mentor you one-on-one. And that's the beauty of this. Because if you kind of work your way up the ranks and you start to get like time with millionaires, time with people who are like had crazy success in this business.
Yeah.
And then I get to just pinpoint the best of my agents, go work with me for a week. I'm going to teach you sales psychology. Work with me for a week. We're going to make $10,000 together. Work with me for a week. I'm going to teach you how to train people better. Work with me for a week. I'm going to teach you how to recruit and market and all this stuff. And I've been able to build so many successful agents, so many great, successful young people that are making crazy money. I just got off the phone with one of my top guys. He's going to make $500,000 this year. And he's like, he just signed for a new penthouse and he's 24 years old. And he's like crying over the phone. I'm like, yeah, dude, I get it. It's crazy. It's nuts.
Wow. I mean, it's got to be. So I'm assuming from going from selling and that whole story you just told, like that emotional impact. But like, I also think about like, you probably weren't expecting to become maybe a mentor one day to people underneath you, and like how awesome that must be, the emotion of getting to experience somebody else across the phone crying and reliving that almost. Do you like, what's your favorite part about mentoring somebody? Is it the teaching them and driving them up and getting to see the product of like what you're showing them?
It's a good question, man. Well, let me ask you, man, what's your favorite part about like when you performed and did music? When you wrote songs and people are in the
singing
crowd
along with you and like, getting to really, just knowing that people give a shit enough that they know the words.
Yeah.
And they're singing along with you and just the energy of the moment.
I bet after a couple shows, some people came up to you and they were like, dude, your music, like, thank you for your music. Like,
They did, yeah.
That is my favorite part of the business is when I get to help people not only one, make money, but become better people. Like I have this incredible young kid. He's 22 years old. His name's CJ Albro. He's from New York and he lives in Mansfield. He's like a Columbus boy now. And he's like my little brother, dude. He's like 22 years old. When I first met him, he was like a white boy weed dealer. Like he had like the Justin Bieber flow. Like he was just like a street boy. You know what I mean? He's like a bad kid. Now he's jacked. He reads his Bible every day. He's waking up at 6 a.m. to work. He couldn't even wake up to work at 10 a.m. He was always late, sleeping until 10 a.m., smoking weed, drinking, partying, chasing girls. Now he has a team. He probably made around $25,000 last month. He's traveled the world. He's gone to all these different places. And like periodically, like he'll just look at me and be like, dude, thank you for everything you've ever done for me. He's like, if it weren't for you, bro, I'd probably be dead. And like, I owe you my life. And like that moment, kind of vice versa when people like probably came up to you after shows. Because I've seen your shows, bro. You just have like, you had the fans. You had like crowds of people that like loved your music. And like, you were like, you guys are like the Green Day. You were like the Green Day of Cleveland. You know what I mean? And like, you had like that punk rock, like kind of, I don't know, persona. And you had that like, that niche like down. And I know those are probably the most passionate fans. And I know they really care about connecting with mainly the lead singer. That's kind of how it always is. And I know that moment when like that person looked you in the eyes and told you, hey, that song really changed my life. And like that helped me get through this breakup. That helped me get through this. That helped me get through this. And it made my life better.
Yeah.
Dude, performing the song, writing the song, partying and being a rock star is probably dope as fuck.
Yeah.
But having that moment for that person and knowing that they're probably driving in their car, listening to that song and healing.
Yeah.
Knowing that you did that at the end of your life, bro, what's going to matter the most?
Yeah, how they're affected by what I created.
That's what it is for me.
Yeah, and I think it's funny because I remember looking at your comment section of that most recent post you had.
The Italian one?
Yeah, and it's got to be so funny to see like how much you're changing people's lives, and yet people are so negative. They just want to bring this negative. They're so bitter and stuff. And it's like, I was jealous of you, honestly. I'm like, man, this dude made it. He's got people like talking shit about him in the comments. I want people talking shit about me in my comments. Like that's how I know they think they're coming at you and they're gonna ruin your day.
No, dude.
But like, dude, you're someone who's like literally changed people's lives, making them so much money, making them not even money aside, but going from the Justin Bieber hair, skinny white kid drug dealer to the God-fearing, in shape, traveling the world. Like, and then these kids in the comments, they think they're gonna like make a comment and change your day, but really it's just got to be like honestly like uplifting to see the negative comments. Like, wow, I'm really making some noise to the point where people have to go out of their way to try and bring me down because they are projecting how they feel onto me.
Yeah, dude, I always thought like when people are hating, there's one of my favorite quotes is I've never had anybody hating on me that was doing better than me. Like every single person, the second they start talking shit to me, I'm like, you're mad. I'm like, you're mad because you're mad. Why are you mad? You're mad because you see me. And why are you mad?
That's annoying for people who are mad.
Hey, man, I get it, bro. You know what I mean? Like it's instinct that I think people need to find God and realize there's like so much abundance. that they don't need to like tear somebody down to like make them feel better. They could just go shine themselves.
Yeah.
Russ, he's my favorite musician, rapper, poet, anything. Dude, he's like one of my favorite just beings. He has like this one podcast where he explains like, because he got so much hate, and like when he gets hate, like it's bad. Like
what was it about again? He had hate for
he wore a shirt that like made fun of people that like take drugs. It was like, how many perks and how much lean you got to drink to realize you're a fucking loser, which I think is a great message. You know what I mean? Especially if your message is the opposite, like, hey, be the best version of yourself, provide for your family, like find God, like all those things. So all these other rappers were telling kids to go do drugs and glorifying the drugs, and he was kind of against it. And this just beast of people were coming at him talking trash about him. But he said this, he said psychologically, you know the crab in the bucket theory?
No.
Okay. So there's like this weird thing, I don't know if it's real, but if you put a bunch of crabs in a bucket and one of the crabs starts like getting out of the bucket, these crabs, which their brain is probably like microscopic, they have no brain whatsoever, they're literally crabs, they will somehow come into consciousness, see that that crab's getting out of the bucket and pull that crab down. They're like, you're not getting out if I'm not getting out. And like they have that instinct. It's
Misery
super
loves
weird.
company instinct.
It's weird. It's so weird. Yeah, but he mentioned this. He's like, everyone is a star in the sky. Me, you, we're both stars.
Yeah.
Some people's idea of shining is to like dull every star around them as much as they can with negativity. And if I just keep manifesting negative shit to you, it's going to dull you down, and then I'm going to shine brighter.
Right.
And he's like, and people don't realize that we're all stars and we can all shine, and you should focus on your own shine. You should focus on yourself shining, because there's an abundance of energy in the universe that you do not have to tear somebody else down. This scarcity mindset that's like almost kind of like you've probably had it with music, bro. Like you ever show somebody a really good song and they're like, you know this song's good and they know this song's good, and they're just like, yeah, man, the mix could be better though. Your voice is a little quiet here in that one part, and it's like, this is a banger. Like, don't fuck with me. This is
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
And bro, so people do that on just repeat, and I see it, and I kind of feel bad for them. But then I love messing with them, because at the end of the day, like, one, it drives my algorithm, and two, bro, I'm a shit talker.
Yeah.
I've always had fun talking shit. Yeah. So it's like, if you step to me, like, you better come correct. I'm gonna make you cry in those comments. I had somebody delete their Instagram yesterday. And they were like just getting smoked in my comments after what I told them and what I said to them. I got like 5,000 likes to my response, and they deleted their Instagram, which was a success for me.
Why do you think these people are feeling so? Maybe I think the scarcity thing maybe feels like they don't have a way out. Maybe they feel trapped. Maybe they feel like life's not fair. Yeah. They feel like the abundance that you're talking about doesn't exist for them. Maybe they feel like a victim. It might even be self-created in a way, but why do you think these people are acting in that way?
It's easier to blame other people in the universe and life is unfair than to actually look inside and say, yeah, it's my fault.
Do you think that they would think, if they heard the story you just told me about what happened to you and the whole journey to that moment, what do you think they'd think?
They'd still hate, bro. They'd be like, I don't know. They'd be like, well, you're white.
Yeah, they always find a reason.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you had your grandma's car that had a flat tire? Why
would you have a bicycle with a flat tire?
Have a car. Yeah, it was
that's funny, bro.
And they're gonna be like, "Oh, like you had Wi-Fi."
Because then they got to look at themselves and realize, "Oh, wait a minute, it's because of me that I'm here."
And a lot of people, man, I get a lot of like, it's typically the richer people that they know that they started up here, and they see this story down here, and they see that I'm all the way up here now, and it pisses them off so much, because even if they escalate past me, I still came this much farther than them because I started down here. Yeah. And kind of like that from the gutter success story is like so valuable, because you can build yourself up and you have the ability to do it. I would rather start it at like home base and like have to like hit a grand slam than like for mommy and daddy to drop me on third base and then I get to walk home. You feel me?
100%.
And even though it's harder and it's more difficult, when I hit that grand slam, the crowd's going to go crazy, and it's mine. Yeah.
It's yours. Yeah, and I was also thinking about this earlier too when I was just researching, things you had going on is, for someone like, not to say I'm like this great person, but I am a doer. I am somebody who likes to get things done, take action, and I can respect other people who are doing that. And so like when I see clips of somebody like you, like I saw your one Italian video and you're kind of got this bravado and like this cockiness that might make people feel some type of way. You know what I mean? Those other people. But for me, when I see it, I actually really like it. Like even Don Miola, like I saw him at Lifetime the other day. And he's just got that, you know, you could just feel like this confidence and like this, they're okay in their own skin. And that might rub people who are feeling like they're not okay the wrong way.
It's weird, bro, isn't it?
Yeah, and I just really, I love it. I gravitate towards you. That's the type of person I want to talk to.
Yeah.
You know, whereas
open energy.
Other people are like, oh, he's just cocky. He's like this or that. And it's like, you're not, actually another clip I saw of your other friend who was talking about, you guys were on like some Tulum, Mexico or something like that on the podcast. And he was saying, like, if you think that this isn't real and you want to hate on it all the time, you're never going to be seeing this.
I
can't remember the kid who it was.
That was CJ.
Maybe.
That's that 22-year-old kid that I,
and it's the exact same thing. It's like you're always looking at how annoyed you are by this person who's got confidence, who's standing up straight, and you're always hating on that. But you could be that if you would just embrace it and wonder why they got that. You don't just get confidence. You get confidence from going through the uncomfortable thing by
the experience.
Yeah, the experience. I was a fucking mess the first time I had to operate a crane, you know what I mean? Or an excavator. But now I walk on the job site with a little bit more confidence because I'm doing something not everyone can do.
Yeah, bro. Or like performing in front of like 500 people. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
maybe my biggest show, our biggest headliner was like 255. Who's counting?
I mean, it looked like a lot of people, bro.
But,
a lot of people in the front dancing and singing your shit. So that's like, I mean, dude, but as far as it goes, I don't know, man. It's like, especially with like Don Miola, bro. He's just got that smile always, bro. He's got such a great smile and he's a super confident kid. And it comes down to like, I believe like how you're raised. It really boils down to a lot of those things.
Yeah.
My parents taught me, they're like, if they ever caught me with some negative attitude about somebody else, like they immediately corrected it. They're like, oh, you're actually just being a baby. Oh, you're actually just whining. Oh, that's the wrong mentality. Like it's your fault. Go fix it. You know what I mean? And other parents, maybe they're like, oh yeah, you're so special. Like like that person's cheating or that person gets this. They put that victim mentality. It's passed down a little bit. I think it just comes down to maybe like, your parents teach you that and they allow you to grow with that. And then as you grow up, you see what that self-confidence and openness for yourself does for you. Cause then you grow as a person, the more you put yourself out there. Inconfident people, they don't put themselves out there. The people with like strong personalities, they're performing in front of people.
Yeah.
It's the Vince Nerone band. You know what I mean? Like,
I think with that too, you're inconfident before you take. I have one of my favorite lines on my profile. Even it's clarity follows action. It's like I'm terrified first time I went to perform, but like I was like, fuck it, you're never gonna perform unless you just go perform.
Dude, so many people can't get past that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So it's like. I think the better message is it's not the confident people who are doing it. It's the people who are okay with being not confident and doing it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. And then that is the first, like, I guess, spark to the actual flame that becomes the person's confidence.
Right. Exactly.
And
that actually leads me to one of the questions. Before Zillions Club, before when you're down bad, the person you were, you obviously changed a lot, but you were always this confident person, and not only that, but who did you have to change into, or what did it change you into through the process of then to now?
Yeah, that's a great question too, man. I feel like there's so many different ways I could answer that question because there's so many different ways you change as you grow, not just in the business that I'm in, but just in life. Like we're constantly growing in multiple different ways. Humans are like this, I don't know, multitude of emotions and experiences and moments that we don't even really ever break down or understand half the time, right? So I'd say the biggest one to me that gave me confidence was in the work ethic. And it was after about 2 years in the business. I was always talented and I was always hardworking, but I had done it in sprints. And that was kind of like almost like the overall thesis of how I worked in everything. Soccer, it was like I would score my goal. And then it was like, hey, if we lost, like, dude, I scored my goal. Like, you know what I mean? Like I did my job, like, or if I played defense that game, like, hey, like it wasn't me who let the goal in. You know what I mean? So
is this a consistency conversation that we're getting into right now?
It's going to turn into that. And so after 2 years in the business, I wasn't balling like I am now 2 years in. It wasn't like I just boom made $1 million my first year. Like
Yeah.
after about a year, I'd made some good money. It's probably about my first ever like 6-figure year. I made $90,000 in my first year, which is crazy. For me, my biggest income year before that was $27,000.
Yeah.
And then my second year, I kind of hit this wall where I wasn't growing. I wasn't helping people as much. I was selfish in the way that I could just go write business, and I would write my $5,000 by Wednesday. And I was working on music at the time. I'd be like, Ian, team, people I'm responsible for, figure it out. I'm going to be in the studio from Wednesday to Sunday. I'm going to be with my family from Wednesday to Sunday. Shit, I'm going to Puerto Rico for 2 weeks. See you guys in 2 weeks. I'm not going to be talking to you. I'm going to go meditate in the jungle in Puerto Rico.
Right.
I'm happy I did those things, but
Yeah.
then after about 2 years, I realized, I was like, man, and Ian sat me down, and Ian was blowing up in the business, and Ian was he was the example. And he just goes, dude, you're missing the train, bro. He's like, you either go all the way in
Yeah.
and you do it all the time, or you're going to be in this position 2 years from now, and like you're not going to like this position when everybody else is balling. You know what I mean? And like, I'm moving up. You see me. So we had that conversation with me and our partners, and I was
Ian
like,
sounds like a beast.
yeah, man.
What a great guy to have in your corner.
You should have him on, bro. He's a different type of breed. And
I would love to. It sounds like
he
it.
gets the same type of hate, and people have no idea. And then you talk to him, and you're like, dude, same as I was kind of like, this is a pyramid scheme. And I talked to Ian, I'm like, whoa, bro, you're different. You know what I mean? Like you're actually doing something here, and it was relentless vision that you could see when he speaks. And it was just like,
that.
I was like, cool. As a 23-year-old kid who had no money, Ian was 20 years old, had a boat.
He was younger.
He was 20 years old. He had a yacht. He had a freaking yacht, bro, like a sick ass yacht.
So it's like a genius type person.
He's hard worker, hustler, and relentless. Like would work till 12 a.m. like selling insurance, and it was back when people were driving.
How old was he when he got started in this? Not
18.
Not to sideline.
He
the
was
conversation.
18. Yeah, so he was 18. His story's crazy too, bro, and he's just my business partner. His story is phenomenal. But
Well, hopefully I can get him on and we can talk about that.
he'll do any favor for me, bro. He'll be on. But as far as it goes, so ego wise, here I am at 23.
Yeah.
And like Ian's like this shorter, younger Greek kid who's got a boat. He's got a nice ass truck. He's got a bunch of money. He's got like the Gucci shoes. He's like, dude, I'll never forget this, how broke I was, Vince. We got in his truck and he had 2 things of gum. And I'm like, wow, you can buy 2 things of gum at a time. Your car has an extra thing of gum for when you run out so that you don't have to go buy another one. That's how broke I was, and broke mentally, because I literally, my entire life was, my whole family is paycheck to paycheck. Like, dude, we didn't have food in the fridge. Like, I'd open the fridge and go like, hey, Mom, when are we going food shopping? Oh, like it's your dad's job. Dad gets home from a fucking 12-hour shift. Hey, Dad, there's no food. Like, we haven't eaten. Like, when are we going food shopping, Dad? Like, that's how broke we were. And we were paycheck to paycheck. And watching Ian, 20 years old, have a boat, you know what I mean? I was like, okay, I got to follow this guy. And it was like, you want to talk about the consistency of growth, egoless? Thank God. Like straight up, thank God, because I had confidence, because I was able to write the business. And this is where a bunch of people make a huge mistake. They get a little bit of success and their head, boom, explodes. Thank God I had my mentors to sit me down and go like, dude, you're talented, but if you listen to us, you're going to be even better. Yeah. Lock in and start working more. And Ian had that conversation with me, and I was like, all right, hey man, you know more than me.
Yeah.
Egolessly, I'm just going to drop everything and work my butt off to everything that you say, and I'll do everything that you say. And then within a year, after locking in like that and doing everything all the time, it was no longer, I'm going to write my 5K and then good luck, guys. It was, I'm going to write my 5K and I'm going to pay everybody that 5K. And then from Thursday to Sunday, I'm not screwing off. We're getting everybody paid and we're all closing a deal, and it's on me.
What do you mean you're going to pay everybody that 5K?
Like, I'm going to write $5,000. The people I recruited, I'm going to literally give them jobs as like, study this script. Whoever has the best 3 types of insurance pitch, $1,000 tonight, lock in, let's go, contest.
Oh, wow.
Right?
That's
so
huge.
my sales guys are like, a band? And I'm like, yeah, I just made $5,000 in front of you, stupid. Like, let's go. Like, you want to make money?
Yeah.
And so I would be like, cool. Anthony had the best 3 types pitch. Anthony gets $1,000. We're running it back next week. Everybody study their butts off. And these guys who are dialing, and it's a commission sales business, so the only way to get paid is when you close the deal and perform.
Yeah.
I know I can perform and close the deal. I'm going to write 5 to 10,000 every week, and I'm going to invest in my business. I'm going to make it fun for my guys. And then that's what caused the Zillions Club. It was like, oh, now there's contests. Oh, this is like young people making crazy money.
Yeah, I see the vision.
And so I started to build that business through that.
Yeah.
And it was like, you're going to get this. You're going to get a trip to Mexico. You're going to get this. And we started to just grow.
And it's so fun, too, with your boys.
Dude,
like, bro, what an awesome environment, a culture. Like, those things are, that's what a lot of people miss. That's why I tried to build in the band. That's why, like, with the band and stuff, I was cooking. You know, every time they'd come over from work, I'd think they're going to be hungry. I'd go and I'd get them food. I'd make meatball subs, spaghetti dinner, like just stuff to make them happy. And then every time they had a birthday, I'd go to Giant Eagle. I'd get them a birthday cake. We'd sing them happy birthday. Like, just to try and build a culture, a family vibe.
Yeah, bro, yeah.
And that's what I see, like, in that, I love contests. I always think about, like, if I ever was to start something, I'd want to really work on the culture and do things just like that. Just to see somebody really implementing those things. I love that. I could totally see why it's working for you.
Exactly, yeah. And so it's kind of the same thing. And it's, dude, building a band is probably even harder than what we do, to be honest.
Well, I don't know about all that.
In Cleveland, bro, there's not a lot of musicians. There's definitely not a lot of good ones, bro. And finding them, and they're not like, I don't know, just like trying to shred on the guitar the entire song. And you're sitting there like, okay, man, like, be coachable here. You know what I mean? It's hard to build.
Lucky in that respect. It fell into place good. I really think it's just action. It's the same exact thing with this. I mean, I started this set. This set has been up for like 7 weeks. I have like 5 episodes.
Yeah, it's sick. Where's this katana from? Where's this?
Probably Amazon or some bullshit. You know? But like the point is, like, I decided on a whim, all right, let's build a set today. And then 1 week later, I have my first guest.
Yeah.
That's the type of person I am.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. Action. Clarity follows action. Just do it. Even if it's bad, you can start going in the wrong direction and realize you're going in the wrong direction sooner, and then correct course.
Awareness, if you will. You know what I mean? Just like to move with awareness and have a goal and a game plan. But
allowing for iterations.
Yeah.
Like, this is shitty, but I can fix this piece of it. I can fix this piece of it this next time. Like, after this podcast, first thing I'm doing, what can I make better for the next one?
Yeah. Dude, I love it, man. That's why anything you've done at a high level, bro. For real. Like, the band was a high level thing. I was watching you do your thing with that. I loved your music.
I appreciate that.
Have sex, watch movies. Still.
Yeah, me and Kat.
Still on my playlist, bro. Like, I love that song, bro. And I bounce that, and like whenever I play it, people are like, "Who is that?" I'm like, "It's my boy Vince." It's my boy Vince Nerone. You know, I'm like, "He's some Italian guy from Mayfield." They're like, "What's with the Italian guys in Mayfield doing everything?" You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know, bro. It's like you got to have like.
That's all there is in Mayfield.
You got to have a vision, man. You got to be like, and you played sports, and you know, you did a bunch of other stuff, but you got to have that kind of like instinct to want to do more. I don't know how people don't have that. You know what I mean? It's
cool
comfort. Yeah, comfort for sure. And I think, like, dude, low key, the word NPC, non-playable character, realest thing that's ever came out of the internet, because there's a lot of NPCs out here, bro. And it's like people, there's the opposite, who are like always trying to do stuff and constantly trying to put themselves out there and grow and get good at things. You know what I mean? And just have fun with it and produce something for other people. My agents are going to watch this. You know what I mean? And they're going to get a lot out of it. And maybe they're going to go listen to your music. And then I got a lot of kids that love that punk rock stuff. So they're going to go into your music. They're going to find your music. It's going to help them heal with whatever they needed. Yeah. And like just putting your soul out there helps connect with other people. And then people can use that content for whatever way they need, which can be educational, which can be healing, which can be in any endeavor that they need to push them to the next level for themselves. And like, I'm sure you probably saw somebody do a podcast. You're like, dude, I could do a podcast. I'm sure you saw somebody like MGK and was like, dude, I could do that shit. The fuck? I'm better looking than MGK, that bald fuck. You know what I'm saying? And like, you got that vision, and then that vision turned into creation, and that creation was your art. And here we are. And that's back to finishing the question that you asked me. So the art of consistency, because it's one thing to start it and keep moving on it, but then consistently lock in with it. I decided, I was like, okay, cool. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to serve. I have a great mentor in Jim Surace, who's been in the business for like 40 years. He's super old, Christian preacher, like tight with the Vatican. Like the dude gets invited to the Vatican every year, and he's this multi-millionaire, super rich guy. And he told me, he's like, Chris, the more you serve, the more you'll get. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm just going to consistently from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m., I'm going to do everything for everybody. If anybody asks me to do anything, I work for them.
I love that.
And there's an old quote from somebody, I forgot what it was, but it was, a man is not determined, a true king is not determined by how many people serve him. A true king is determined by how many people he serves. And I was like, word, that makes sense. So when an agent needs help closing a deal, I'm in it, I'm closing the deal for them. And they're like, oh, are we going to split the commission? I'm like, nope, that's all you, dog. But you close that. I'm good on money, bro. Like you take that. I know you got rent to pay. Go.
Yeah.
Hey, I noticed you haven't been doing this with this, and this. We need to get that done or else you're going to fall off. We have to fix that. Hop on my Zoom. We're going to fix it real quick. Boom. And I'm pulling the strings and fixing things for people and making them successful to the point where now, not only do I have a group of people making a ton of money, Vince, but like my leaders and my agents, they're so loyal to me. Like I could call like people up and they would do anything. Like I have 300 people that would like go to war for me. You feel me? Because they've seen how I've gone to war for them. And that respect is mutual. And that's how you build a real business.
Yeah.
That's how you build a real kingdom. That's how you build anything that's going to be great.
Yeah, money is money, but relationships, that's the
Priceless.
key. Yeah, I completely agree. And it's funny because, you know, one of my goals in life eventually down the line is hopefully to be a life coach, maybe sooner than later. But what you're touching on, I was watching some YouTube video a while back, and it was talking about how when you first start life coaching, it's very common that people are doing it for themselves. They're doing it because they think it's going to look, that person's going to think how cool they are, about how successful they are, that they're the coach. So the advice you're giving is not really as much for the person you're giving advice to as it is how good you look to that person. And you're almost doing it for yourself.
Yeah.
But as you are okay with that for a bit and you do it anyway, you start to realize, which was exactly what you're touching on, that it's in the helping the person and seeing them actually succeed and get better through your advice that is actually the satisfying, meaningful thing.
Yeah. And then that kind of creates the business. And it's a very reciprocal business because the more you help, the more you get. And the more you help, you just see like the physical things increase, and you also see the spiritual things increase for the other people.
Yeah.
And it's just rewarding on both ends. It's like, okay, I'm doing this for the rest of my life. Like, and we're going to maximize this and scale this to the farthest that we can be. And before you know it, you're in a position where you have 1 million people that are friends and you can call upon, and they can call upon you. And what's more powerful to you, like $1 million or like 300 people that are like that?
Yeah. It's almost like, you know, God's plan in the car too. When you're like, God, I'll lock in. It's like you were thinking maybe about the money, but you didn't realize that he was going to give you the relationships.
Bingo, dude. Yeah. And he had a plan for me.
Yeah, no shit. And
he had a plan for me.
I have some different things on here I thought would be kind of cool to do. So quick shift, just instinctively. It's going to be like a rapid fire. So money or freedom?
Freedom.
Comfort or growth?
Growth.
Win alone or build with people? I think this one's
build with people.
What matters more, respect or peace?
Respect.
Respect over peace.
Respect.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. What's one thing about your lifestyle people would hate if they actually lived it?
Man. Oh, the late nights probably. I haven't been off work. Like I work, I'm a workaholic, but I kind of have to because like my guys are working late. I'm off work at like 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night.
Other people would hate that, or you hate that, or
other people would hate that. Like, is it more like if they switch shoes with me, like they would hate that?
No, that's good. I'm just kind of defining it a little bit better. Like, you love it though.
I love it. Dude. There's times where it's tough for sure, but like, man, I'm so locked in, man. It's like it's my favorite thing to do. I've been doing it for so long. But like, I think like for an example, I'm dating this girl, and she's like watching me work now, and she's like, she comes to hang out with me in Chicago, and she's like, wow, like you really don't get done till 10 every night. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, you can't like get off at 7 and like have dinner with me.
Do you have days off?
No, dude, no. Every day I'm literally locked in like this. Sundays I'll clock out around like 6 p.m. and we'll watch a movie, we'll go out, we'll get dinner, whatever it is. But every day I'm locked in like this because I got 300 people and they all need me at different times. And it's like, man, there's not enough time in the day. Like,
are you kind of like having fun while working? Like that's why you're kind of like working in the pool or whatever?
It doesn't feel like work to me because I'm just like solving problems. I'm like pulling strings, fixing puzzle pieces, helping people win, make money. We're screaming like
hop in the pool for a second, get back out, do the same thing.
In the jungle in like Tulum, Mexico, and I'm on my laptop. I'm helping somebody close a deal at this giant cenote club.
Yeah.
And like there's like house music and drinks and people are partying and I'm literally closing a deal from Mexico. And I'm like, yeah, you just made $2,500. All right, I'm gonna go jump in the pool. I'll be back in like an hour. You know what I mean? Then I go and I party, I dance, I talk to some people, I network, I'm practicing my Spanish, I come back, I got another appointment. And I run an appointment, I'm texting somebody how to close a deal, and they're like, yo, Chris, blah, blah, blah. And I'm literally just like, hold on, I'm closing a deal, and I'm texting a deal. You know what I mean? So it's like at any point in time, I'm working, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like that because when you develop the skill of sales, it's not painful anymore.
Yeah.
Like I know how to do it so well that it's like it takes me 2 seconds to close a deal, and I know how to diagnose and fix every problem that comes my way because I've seen it a million times. And now it's just like I said, I'm serving people. So like if I'm working till 10 p.m., yeah, people see that. Like my girl sees that and she's like, man, like you can't like kick it with me for like a couple hours on like a Wednesday. I'm like, nope, we're locked in.
Yeah, it's like that cliche saying, if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life.
Bingo. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really cool that you were able to build this environment where you're basically hybrid working while also leisure time.
It's the virtual world, baby. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so opposite for me. I'm nested, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I worked that construction life, come home, working on the podcast, spend time with Rach, think about kids, think about getting married. Like I like the hybrid of that though. I like that in a way.
You like to be busy, bro. You like to stay busy.
I like to stay busy. I don't think I'm built for the traveling the world. Maybe if I was a younger man when I started, that might have developed into it.
More fun when you're younger. I'm 20. We're 29, bro.
Yeah, we're 20. It's too late.
It hurts, bro. It hurts. The plane hurts, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, you should be first class.
First class still hurts, bro. I'll tell you, man. I flew, dude. I flew last year. I flew every 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was not one place for 2 weeks. I'd be in Puerto Rico. I'd fly to Chicago.
How come?
So I was in Puerto Rico for the tax purposes. And I moved there for 2 years. And I also just always wanted to go live in Latin America. I grew up speaking Spanish. We spoke Italian around the house. And like I remember like watching soccer, like the Mexican League, because that was the only soccer that was on cable. Because we didn't have like the nice soccer channels that played the English Premier League or anything. So it was like just like B League Mexican teams that like don't really even exist anymore, and they'd be speaking Spanish. I remember like hearing them speak Spanish, and I asked my dad, I'm like, are they speaking Italian? What is this? He's like, that's Spanish. And then boom, it just opened up this world. I'm like, there's other languages? And I went to Spanish class. I fell in love with the Latino culture, bro. And I had this dream of like, when I get older, I'm gonna get rich as fuck, and I'm gonna go live. And like they had all these different cultures, like they had palm trees, they had like girls in bikinis, they had beaches, they had dancing. Like these people are dancing like crazy. They're Catholic. They have all this Catholicism. It reminded me of my family a little bit. I'm like, damn, that looks like a party on Telemundo. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm gonna grow up and I'm gonna go travel. I learned Spanish. I lived in Costa Rica. I've lived in the Dominican. I've lived in pretty much all over Latin America. I was just in Colombia last year. For 2 months, I was in Colombia, bro, in Medellin. It was beautiful. And so I moved to Puerto Rico really because I always wanted to do that, live on the island life and go salsa dancing at night and speak Spanish and hang out with mi gente in la playa. Like it's just a different vibe out there, bro. And I really always wanted to escape to that and experience it. And I experienced it. I was going to take the tax benefits, but at the end of the day, Puerto Rico really does have a lot of infrastructure problems. Like they run out of electricity a lot. They don't have shipping. Like you can't like Amazon ship something. It'll take 3 months. If you wanted to order a new microphone because your podcast broke, it's a month and a half.
Where do you go buy it at?
You could go to a store, but it's going to be a janky, like sitting in a box since 2011 microphone.
So it's a little tough.
It's super tough. It's super broken down. The people are incredible.
Yeah.
And they have the most charming people, the most charming like architecture and history. Puerto Rico's rich.
And knowing the language, you probably really get to...
Bro.
It's probably completely different.
I have a whole documentary. I did my last day there, and I hung out with my boys, my run club. I got my fade from my barber. Me and my barber speaking in Spanish. I'm on a rooftop, and we're talking about Puerto Rico and the government, how there's issues with government.
All in Spanish?
No, it's both. It's a little bit both.
Okay.
And we got my guys subtitling it right now, but it's gonna be a really dope like documentary about Puerto Rico and my time there, and just how like, man, I had to leave. I wanted to stay. I would be there right now if they had the infrastructure that say like Chicago does. For me to build a business, I need to be like, dude, I gotta have the best Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi can't be going out. My electricity can't be going out. And then the AC's out and it's like 90 degrees in the summer and I'm like dying in my house. You know what I mean? Like Puerto Rico, man, it's beautiful, but they got some issues, bro, and they really should not have them. It's the corruption that's caused it too, which is sad. But I was like, okay, cool. I got to get back to a hustle and bustle city. I was like, I don't want to live in Cleveland because that's not a hustle bustle city. I need to go to Chicago. Because Chicago, you ever been to Chicago?
One time.
Best city in America.
Really?
It's the Miami of the Midwest.
Yeah, I liked it there. I mean, I was really young. I was probably like seventh grade. School trip. Exactly.
Yeah. The same thing.
Yes, Chicago trip. Yeah.
And I went back to visit some friends maybe 2 years ago, right about after I moved to Puerto Rico. And I was like, oh shit, Chicago's sick. If Cleveland was better, it's Chicago. Chicago, way bigger, way more people. You still get the big city vibe.
Is it on the water?
Right on the water. Lake Michigan, crystal. It's as blue as this table, and it's clean. And they got these giant. They have Edgewater Beach too. Giant volleyball. Bunch of young, professional, good-looking people that make a lot of money that live in the city that are like high-class people. You know what I mean? And I've met so many great people in Chicago, and they're just all great, and they're Midwest people. So it's like you get along with them because you're from Cleveland. You know what I mean? And half of them are Italian. So there's a bunch of great Italian people in Chicago. My boy Nicky D, shout out him, and my boy Ben Gujic. If you know Ben Gujic, he's a huge video guy.
I see him a lot on Instagram.
He's out in
but I don't
Chicago
actually
as
know
well.
him.
There's so much motion in Chicago. You can build a business out there, and man, I just love the hustle and bustle of it. And it's a beautiful city. It's super clean. You could eat off the street. It's not like New York where it smells like trash in some places. It is a clean city, and there's a lot of bad propaganda about South Chicago being very dangerous. Completely separated from North Chicago. North Chicago is probably 20 times the size of Cleveland. Super clean, no issues. Ghetto stuff will pop off every once in a while because, you know what I mean, it's still a big city.
Yeah.
But, bro, you'll walk around at night. Like, my daughter could walk around in River North.
You have a daughter?
No, I was saying if I did.
Let's say, whoa.
Yeah, hypothetical daughter. I would let my hypothetical daughter walk around North Chicago at night. She'd be fine. Cleveland? On a Friday night?
No. Depends where, but...
2 o'clock in the morning, walk down West 6th. Yeah. Wear a nice outfit, wear a nice watch, and just walk around up and down the street. Walk past a rumor a couple times. Tell me you feel safe. You don't.
No.
Exactly. Chicago, you'll feel safe.
That's pretty sweet, man. Yeah. That's awesome. So you're in Chicago half the time, and then also are you in Tulum, Mexico, or where are you at?
No, I was there I was in Tulum for 2 months just to escape the winter blast you guys were getting. Yeah.
Are you in like a penthouse there in Chicago or some shit?
Yeah, I just got a penthouse there. Yeah, it's sick.
Man, you're really balling.
4 bedrooms. It's huge. It's got this giant terrace. It looks like, dude, it looks like some shit out of Batman.
So are you rooming with people?
No.
Oh, wow.
It's just me, yeah. It's just me in this like Batman crib that overlooks the city. It's like made out of glass. It's like tinted glass. It's just the craziest. It looks like some shit out of like the future. It's
What do your parents think about this?
My mom's super proud, tells me every day. My dad, same old, like smoking a cig, speaking something, you know what I mean? Just going like, yeah, this is my dad. He's Tony Soprano. You know what I mean? He's like old Italian guy. And he's like, you better be saving your money. I'm like, Dad. I'm like, look at my tax return, Dad. You know, here's the money. My dad didn't believe when I told him the money that I made. He couldn't believe me. He had to see my tax return. Yeah. And then when he saw it, he didn't say good job. He was smoking a cigarette. It's all right. Yeah. He's like, make sure you're investing it. I'm like, all right, Dad. Sure. You got it, Dad.
Damn. I mean, I get the Tony Soprano thing and everything, but
he's still proud of me. Like, he'll tell me he's proud of me. Okay. He's not like one of those dads.
Yeah.
And he loves me. My dad's my best friend.
I mean, bro, you're over here crushing it. I mean, fuck. If that was my kid, I'd be like, dude, you are a baller, bro.
It's fun stuff, man.
Yeah, that's excellent. Let's just maybe wrap it up with a few closing things. So I was going to say, this will be kind of funny. What's one of the most ridiculous things someone has said to you about what you do?
Man, just constantly calling it a scam. And we call scam still confused about money because they're confused on how we're making so much money.
Yeah.
So their immediate thing is like, oh, I got to dull that person because there's no way they're making more money than me without it being illegal. That's got to be illegal. We're a legally, federally, like industrialized company. Like we are like regulated by the Ohio Department of Insurance. Like we're the most legit it can get. We sell legit product. We sell to legit clients. We do it a legit ethical way.
Yeah. Our
entire thing is super ethical. So like people are always calling it a scam. I just had a friend of mine. It's kind of cool. I'm like popping on Snapchat. People see my Snapchat a lot. I got like 10,000 subscribers on Snapchat. And one of my guys went to go get a new phone. And he was at Verizon, he's buying a new phone, and the lady that was selling him the new phone was like really sharp. He's like, I'm gonna recruit her to come sell for me. And she's like, oh yeah, like you do life insurance? He's like, yeah, you gotta come sell life insurance with me. It's the Zillions Club. And she goes, oh, you're with Cris Montoni? And my boy, who pulls up in like an $80,000 car, he's got a Rolex on, he's buying a brand new iPhone in cash, he's dripped up, he's got a lot of money. She's working at Verizon, and she's like, that shit's a scam.
Wait, why do you get the bad rap?
People see money, bro, and they think scam, man. It's always been that way. Like people will always think that you're.
But Cris Montoni, why? Just because you're on Snapchat?
I'm loud on Snapchat. I'm loud,
and they just don't want to believe it.
It's got to be like a psychological ego thing where they can't handle somebody else having such extreme success. Well,
even I was wondering when I was talking to you, I'm like, man, how is this kid doing this? Because it's like, how many people can you sell life insurance to? But I guess the world's such a big place.
Bro.
It's hard to comprehend.
The abundance.
Yeah, the abundance goes back to that again. Yeah,
I'm not even the richest guy, dude.
Yeah, well,
like I'm a pipsqueak to some of the people that are in our company, bro.
Right.
Like there's so much money out here to get. That's what people, they have this they have a scarcity mindset.
Well, we were also like, I feel like, what do you call it? Trained into this. You know, we're working class. We're, you know, you think $100,000 a year is that ceiling that you're trying to break through.
Bro, yeah.
But it's like, that's like almost like the mind virus installed coming up in schools.
Yeah, dude. I mean, bro, yeah, for sure. They clock you in at 8 o'clock in the morning. You clock out at 3. You got to do your homework, or else you're getting like cooked when you get back to class tomorrow. And like, you're off at 3. That's not how the world works. Like, I'm not off at 3. Brother, I'm off at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
I wake up at 4:30, 5:30 in the morning. I spend the first like 2 hours meditating and putting like time into myself. And then from like 6:30 to like 7 a.m., I'm starting work at some aspect. I'm training people. I'm doing lead counts. I'm doing something in the business from 7 a.m. to about 12. Then I go to the gym at 12. Have a break from 12 to 2. I hit the gym as hard as I possibly can. Then from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m., I'm working all day. That's why we make money. Like, people don't see that. They see me with the penthouse. They see me with the, you know, Richard Mille. They see me with the whip, but they don't see the fact that I'm locked in past 3 p.m. while they're clocking out. So of course they think $100,000 is a lot of money, because they think of all the hours they have to work, and they're like, I can't even get those hours. That's so far away. $100,000. I made more than that this in March. So bro, like, it comes down to the mentality. The mentality of money. And these people, they're still confused about money. They think the only way to make money is the way that they were taught. There's a whole new world with the internet, bro. The internet just came out in the like early 2000s. This shit's brand new when you think relative to like the entirety history of humankind. So like, bro, you tell me, dude, like, yeah, I see a bunch of people on Instagram that are killing it more than me. And like, I look at them and I'm like, I know that's not a scam. Like, to me, and that opens up now the ability for me to go get there. Because I'm not closing it off in like some like mentality of like, oh, that's impossible. The only way to do that is unethical scams. I could never do that because they're scamming people and they're wrong. You just close the door to something that's actually real, that's actually ethical, that's actually could change your life. You just close the entire door to that with that mentality. And so, dude, it's super opening. Like I said, you got to be open and confident to the growth. And part of that growth is being like, maybe this guy's just doing better than me and knows more than me. And we have a business where if you know what I know and you do what I do, you say what I say, and you act the way I act, you can make what I make. And that's what it was for me watching Ian Zolas, watching all the other people that are in my business. It's crazy, bro. Yeah,
it's like, let the ego go, get rid of the employee mindset, and just go for it. Take overwhelming action. And I think too, like, you're building systems. People don't understand that systems compound things, and culture and community. These things compound things. And like, you've already done, you and Ian, I presume, have done the groundwork, and now it's just like you're pulling people into this system where it's like, they're just on the bottom of the pyramid scheme. It's like, well, first of all, anywhere you go, you got to work your way up.
You know that very well, yep.
But at the end of the day, are you making, when you get all the way up, are you making $90,000, $100,000 a year, or are you making $10 million or whatever? I don't know what the ceiling is in your business, but bottom line is, everyone just always has some cop out of why it's stupid, why they can't, why
it doesn't work, why it's unethical, why it's scam.
And it's just once again an excuse to not have to act and actually blame themselves.
Yeah, bro. I think of it kind of like this, man. Like, what made you want to get into creating a podcast from this is how every podcast ever has started.
Growth. It's exactly what you touched on. I want to put myself in situations where A, I could talk to people who are doing crazy, awesome things because I want to learn from them. And B, I want to be able to talk in front of a camera for an extended period of time and be someone worth listening to.
And lead the conversation in a great way that's educational.
Try and bring out the best in my guest. That's what I want. And that's why I'm here. Not for the views. I would love views. I want this thing to be successful. I'm always going to try my best to make iterations so it is going to be successful, but I'm for this. I love communication. It's my favorite skill in the world.
And the actual art of it, and then that resulting in people tuning in, which results in the views. You know what I mean? The art is actually true. And that's kind of correlates to their music, bro. Like, you know, you locked into the music, you made good music.
That just happened the same way. I'd love to do it.
The true art of it, like actually doing the true thing. And how can you actually ever, what if you thought podcasts were a scam? What if you thought music was a scam? What if you thought life insurance was a scam? What if you thought fucking everything was a scam and you just didn't do anything and you did everything that people told you to do, and those people that were telling you to do things were the actual scam? You know what's a scam? going and working at Home Depot. I just recruited a kid today from Planet Fitness. Stud of a kid. Cross on his neck, jacked. He's like 21 years old. And he's like a stud of a kid. I'm like, bro, what are you doing here working at Planet Fitness? He had a new member. He was brand new working there. I'm like, bro, you should come work for me. He's like, I think I've seen you on Snapchat before. I'm like, bro, you are a stud. You have no idea what you could actually accomplish here. I have people your age making $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month, bro. And they're all just guys from the gym that I recruited. Like just jacked guys that are disciplined, that know hard work and know how to like be consistent. And so if he has the mentality of, no, that's a scam. I'm not gonna do it. He's gonna be stuck at Planet Fitness. And you know what the fucking scam is? Making $15 an hour, being at the bottom of the corporate level, and maybe you move up at Planet Fitness and you become the manager there, or Home Depot, wherever you're at. And guess what? You're starting out as a bottom guy, and then you move your way up, and then you're stuck there. There's the CEO and the vice president, but you'll never get there because you need a degree. You need to be in with the company, play politics, do all these different things, be an investor, whatever it is. Here, you can start from the bottom. I was literally a pizza boy living in his car with negative $15. And I worked my way up to the absolute top where now life is really good for me. I'm a partner of the company. I can give this opportunity to other people and they can have the exact same opportunity to do what I did. So what's the scam?
I don't see one. I think it's amazing,
What's
bro.
the scam? I don't know.
Yeah, and again, dude, like I really appreciate your time, like coming on here and sharing all this stuff with me. Like it's super great, and then like the short notice getting here, I have nothing but respect for everything you're doing.
Anything
I'm
for you, bro. Yeah.
super proud of you, dude. Like,
thanks, man.
And I mean, I just cannot wait to see where this goes for you, and hopefully this podcast grows, and maybe a year, 2 years from now,
We'll be back on this thing again, dude.
We'll
Yeah,
circle
for sure,
back.
bro. Of course, man. I'd love to, bro. If you would have me.
Yeah, man. It's everybody. Once again, this is the virtual Don, Cris Montoni, my boy.
Let's go, man. Thank you, Vince. Let's rock it.